Welcome to the Miami Condo Investing Club May monthly meeting, May of 2025. We are at the beginning of the summer buying season. Summer buying season goes from May through October. The way we kind of look at the market is we break it down wet and dry. What is wet? That's the summer buying season. That's when you have the heat, you have the humidity, you have the hurricane warning, and you also have fewer people on the street simply because many out-of-towners have gone elsewhere. They've gone up to the Hamptons. They've gone to Europe. I would say Canada, but I don't know what the Canadian situation is right now. But this is a time when locals really have started in the game. This is also a time when a lot of transactions that were begun in the first 3 or 4 months of the year, they start to close. This is typically one of the most active times for closed transactions. Keeping in mind, there's a big lead time from the time you start looking to the time you ultimately end up closing. And what's the opposite, or what is the alternative, the yin and the yang? The yang would be the winter buying season. That's going to go from November through April. So what we're going to do with this monthly meeting, and keep in mind, we do these monthly meetings on the second Wednesday of every month. We do it from 12 to 1. Then we have a 15-minute questions and answers period. There is a chat on the right-hand side of your screen. If you simply have any questions, you want to comment, feel free to go ahead and do it there. I'm not going to look at the chat questions till about 12:50 or so. So if there are questions you have, you can write them in advance, but typically about 12:50 or so is when I start to get into it. And then right at 1 o'clock, I will shut down the my presentation, and then I'll get into some of your questions and answers. If you have any comments, you have any questions, you want to push back, feel free to do so. This is the club. This is all about sharing information. It's all about trying to get some real-time information about what's going on in the marketplace. Who are the people who are members of the club? They range everything from do-it-yourselfers, DIYers, who are taking advantage of change in the commission structure in Florida as well as the rest of the United States, where many people are going at it alone. If they do want to work with a broker, they have to sign a commission agreement. This is something that previously didn't occur. So we do have do-it-yourselfers who are joining the club. They want to try and get as much information as possible, and then they want to go ahead and they want to do it on their own, especially say a commission. So we're trying to give them the intelligence so they can go ahead and they can make smart decisions. Who else it belongs to the club? It's realtors. It's licensed real estate professionals, whether they be selling real estate or maybe they're in the mortgage business. Maybe there's some regulators. Maybe there's just some people who are trying to get a grasp as to what's going on in the marketplace. What we can promise you here at the Miami Condo Investing Club is we're going to give you straightforward information. We're not going to sugarcoat it. Some people might say we're a little bit bearish, but I would push back and say the reason we're bearish, if we are, is based on the statistics. We also can be bullish. And why are we bullish? We're bullish based on the statistics. So we're going to be giving you real-time information as to what's coming down the pike in the Tri-County, South Florida area, Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach counties. So that is who the audience is. What are we going to do for this particular monthly meeting? Well, I've actually created an agenda. There's an agenda that if you go to the link that I sent to all club members, you'll be able to check it out. But I'm also going to go ahead and share screens with you. And this way you can kind of follow along at home. Now, the meeting will go till about 1 o'clock. If you have to leave for any reason, rest assured, there will be a recording of the meeting. It'll be edited simply for style, not for content. And that'll be, a link will be emailed to you on Friday. It'll also be posted up on the website. Just a little tidbit about the website. If you ever go, well, first and foremost, if you're on this club meeting video, that means you're a member. So if ever you go to the website, miamicondo.club, you ever go to that website and somehow or some reason you're seeing a paywall, that simply means you haven't logged in. Once you log in, there should be no paywall. So you should be able to go through and see everything, whether it is charts, whether it is reports, whether it is these Miami Condo Minutes, which are these short 10 to 15-minute clips that I'm doing as things sort of pop up. You should always be able to get full access. If you don't get full access, it simply means you have not yet logged into our monthly meeting. So, let me go ahead and share our agenda with you so you can get a good sense. And then after I share the agenda with you, I'm going to get into some of the rules of engagement, if you will. So let me go ahead and share. This is going to be our agenda for today. This is the introduction. From the introduction, we're going to go to our preferred service provider. Some of you might be new to the market. Some of you might be looking for alternatives. So preferred service providers are simply companies in which we have a relationship with. We know them, and we're willing to vouch for them. So if you're looking for title, you're looking for zoning, permitting, you're looking for construction, you're looking maybe somebody who's buying stuff cheap and then buying it from retailers or wholesalers cheap and then simply reselling it. We're going to get into all of that. We'll also then get into the general, we'll get into our schedule for the summer buying season. It tends to be a little bit slower this time of year. And as a result of that, we're still going to continue on with our structure, but we are going to have one fewer meetup. Meetups are social events where people get together. You have an opportunity to sort of talk shop. You have some drinks. And, there's no set agenda. It's basically an opportunity for people to get together because most of the stuff we do is going to be online. I'm also going to get into our tours. We're bringing back our tours for the summer buying season. If you are a member of the Miami Condo Investing Club, you'll get a discount on the tour price. Retail price is $65. Club members, it's $50. And when you go on one of these tours, if you've never been, it's about a 3-hour tour. And you're going to get a handout where I will basically go through and analyze every single building. Also teach you how to analyze the buildings very quickly so you should know whether or not you should waste time on it or not. We'll then get into key financials. Remember, I'm tracking numbers every single month over month, so we can see kind of where the key financials are going. Then we'll get into the South Florida environment. I'm going to tap into the Florida condo law, some of the revisions that went into place. Remember, the legislative session had ended May 2nd. Governor's still waiting to sign, or I guess the public is still waiting for the governor signs it. So I'll get in that quickly. And then we'll get into the Condo Clip Index, which is really becoming a fascinating way to sort of gauge where we are real time. Remember, when you look at condo stats, sales data, that tends to be weeks or months behind. The Condo Clip Index is tracking week over week every Tuesday. I'll get into that. Then I'm going to get into the condo listing. Just came out with a big report saying that we had the greatest number of listings on the market going the summer buying season since 2016. So that will be an interesting part. And then I will get into my call in January of a 40% price drop is what we're anticipating. I'll explain that to you. I'll explain to you, sir, and I'll show you how I'm sort of come to that conclusion. I'll then wrap it up. And then finally, we'll open it up for a Q&A. Again, Q&A is going to start about 1 o'clock. It'll go to about 1:15. If you want me to hang around longer, I will. And again, second to last time, I'm going to remind you, a video copy will be available for you to view beginning on Friday. It'll be up on the website. And because you're a club member and you're on this meeting live, you're also going to get a link so you can watch it as soon as it becomes live. And by the way, I forgot to mention, my name is Peter Zalewski. I'm the founder of this club, this Miami Condo Investing Club. We started it just about a year ago or so with the idea of creating a marketplace, a community where people who have interest in the condo market can get some straightforward information. We're not going to sell you anything. We're basically going to give you information. Now, if there are things you need, we can point you in the right direction. But the idea is content. I'm a former journalist. I did it for 13 years and then broke off on my own in 2006. Right at the peak of the South Florida condo boom, which ultimately turned into the condo crash and the Great Recession. So at the heart of it, I'm all about giving straightforward information. Sometimes it works to people's disadvantage because I can be too blunt, too straightforward. But I will tell you, all those people out there criticizing me, especially developers, if they criticize me, chances are when I see them, they're asking me what the hell's going on because they have to maintain a stiff upper lip in order to sell stuff. They're all on their sell side. I tend to be on the I try to go down the middle. Sometimes I'm on the buy side. So I'm going to look at it from an investor perspective. I'm not going to look at it trying to get the highest price, but more so, how do you get the lowest price? Because I think that's really where the value is. And it feeds off of kind of who I am and what I do. I'm one of these people when I go shopping for whether it's groceries or food or anything like that, restaurants, I'm always looking for a deal. I'm always looking for an opportunity and arbitrage type of play. So that's kind of what I'm all about. So let's go ahead and get into our preferred vendors. I'm trying to go quickly because there's a lot to cover today because I will be giving my base case scenario for the summer buying season. So I'm just going to scroll down the screen scroll up the screen. I should say, close your eyes really quick. Here we go. So we're getting to our preferred vendors. First vendor is Standard Title and Closing, Clarita Rosa. She's the head of it. If you're ever looking for anybody related to title, to escrow, anything related to closings, Clarita, somebody's known quite some time. If you are in the market for a title company or anything related to that, escrow, anything like that, closings, she's somebody to keep in mind. When you go to her, you go to any preferred service providers, simply mention you're a club member, and they should treat you like family. Next, if any of you have done something you shouldn't have done construction-wise and you get caught, and you get a red tag, the infamous red tag, and your job site is getting shut down, or maybe you buy some dirt and you want to build on it, or maybe you're looking at buying a property, you want to know what you can do with it. Reach out to Ann Christine Carey with Miami21zoning.com, Miami21zoning.com, and what Ann Christine can do is help you understand what the process is to either fix the situation or create a new scenario. Then we have Andres Alvarez. Andres is a contractor. He runs a company called 38 Quality Service Construction and Remodeling. If you need a contractor who's going to show up, you need somebody who's predictable, somebody who is transparent, somebody who you can rely on. Andres is somebody to maybe consider reaching out to. Continuing on down the list, you're going to have Jose Suarez, Global Inventory Liquidators. Jose buys product wholesale, whether it is at the end of a season when a retailer might be dumping product because it didn't sell, and or maybe it's a restaurant or it's a company that's closing down. They got some excess supply. Jose will simply purchase it at a deep discount. He'll then put a spread on it, and once he puts a spread on it, he'll resell it to you. So Jose's play is to try to basically offer a discount product compared to the retail price. And how and why does he do it? He's able to buy stuff typically by the containers, by the truckloads, and therefore he's simply able to move it out. Continuing on, maybe you're in the market for tile, maybe you're in the market for granite, maybe you're in the market for any kind of material that are going to go in your house. You want to look at and consider Steven Mussolino got a company called Cufalinda Tile and Marble. They're out there in Durrell, just west of the Palmetto, just north of the Dolphin. And then finally, Grant Stern. Grant Stern is a mortgage broker. He has a company called Morningside Mortgage Corporation. Grant deals not only in conventional, traditional loans, like the ones you would get from a bank, but he also deals in private money. His niche is to try to find a money source for you, whether it's something that got a lot of hair and warts on it, or maybe something that is more traditional. And the way Grant does it, or what he does, is because he's a broker, he has these relationships with a variety of different lenders and money people, whether it's a rich family that's willing to finance and or it's a conventional bank. Like any bank you can imagine, he was simply go and initiate and handle the entire process through. So that's Grant Stern. That's Morningside Mortgage Corporation. Continuing on our little chart, let me just continue forward. Summer buying season. Summer buying season goes from May through October. As a result of that, we are going to have hurricane warnings. We're going to have lots of rain. We're going to have fewer people on the street. It's going to be heat. It's going to be humidity. There'll probably be power outages when some storm rolls through. So it's really a time, sort of a time of uncertainty. That being said, we're going to do our best to try to adhere to our schedule for the summer buying season. It's a little bit less predictable because stuff pops up and you get like a 5-day warning. Hey, there's a hurricane out in the Atlantic. It's coming our way, or there's a tropical depression, or whatever the case may be. So this is our schedule. I would just tell you during the summer, make sure to watch the website. We will update you if anything changes. But our monthly meetings, we'll be doing them. We're going to continue onwards. Second Wednesday of every month. They start at noon. They go till 1:15. You can see the schedule. This is May the 14th, so this is the first meeting of the summer. We're then going to have another one on June the 11th. Now, these monthly meetings are for club members only, where you get full access. Continuing on, now we have our meetups. Meetups are these social gatherings. Don't know who's going to show up. Don't have an agenda. Basically, I show up and others show up. We sit around and we talk shop. The meetups have been fantastic. People are able to trade ideas, are able to whinge, as they say in Australia, where I used to live. You have a couple drinks, you have something to eat, maybe it's a new place you haven't seen, and you're able to basically get a sense of kind of what's going on in the marketplace. It's an opportunity for club members who are interested in condos to talk shop and to basically be straightforward. Also, hand out your business card. Maybe there's you do well and you want others to know it. This will be your opportunity. Typically, we'll get anywhere from 10 to 20 people showing up. We never know who's going to show up. Our club members are all over the world. What we have been trying to do is we've been trying to